Hello everybody, how's it going? Okay, so I want to talk about another project I have going on. I started a different armor project with fiberglass resin. Um, Now my tutorials, I'm making the Halo helmet. Far as the use of the fiberglass materials and what you're going to need are going to be the same as this. But I'm going to go ahead and quick explain how I'm doing this because it's really cool looking and you might want to do it yourself because it will save you, $100. If you have all the tools that you're going to need to do this project, you'll save yourself like at the very least $100 on, what it would cost to buy. No, it'd be more than $100. It'd be like you save yourself $400 than what it would be to buy the real thing, and it's still gonna look really cool. So we're gonna check this out. What I did is I started a muscle armor project. Check that out. See that? Goes on there like this. This is fiberglass resin. It's really cool. I went and put the buckles on here. I pop riveted these because it was a lot easier to use. Pop rivet gun's actually pretty cheap. I don't know if you have one. If you need to get one, it's gonna cost you like between 12 and 15 bucks. It usually comes with some rivets, but you're gonna need to buy rivets. And this was a flimsy plastic mold from some costume armor I got, but it looked really cool. So I wanted to make it better and then make it, look cooler. So you can see I fiberglassed the inside of this. All that's fiberglass, every single bit of it. See that? All the way up there, all the way that. Now, since it is flimsy, I had to use tape as bracers so it wouldn't move around too much. And I had to layer like a thin strip across here, a thin strip across the middle, a thin strip across this area, and then run like 1, 2, and then 3 strips across here, just to get a nice basic stiffness without putting too much weight to it. You can do the same thing you do with a paper graft. You can coat this with some fiberglass resin and let it set first. It will stiffen it up a little bit more, so it's less likely to deform while you're trying to get it. But yeah, this is really cool. Look, I went and painted it flat black, cheap flat black paint, the cheapest I could find at Walmart. It was like $3 a can. Some places you can find better, maybe Home Depot you might be able, but you see, it looks really cool. It looks like stamped leather, muscle armor, and I bought the cheapest belts I could find. These were like, they're like $5 a piece, I think. And I had to buy 6 of these. So I had two belts on either side, so I had enough leather to work with. So here you go. I got now they're blanks without the thing because I cut and pop riveted in there. See, just like that, pop riveted in there. Bam. The holes were already there. I had to make them a little bit bigger. Then I drilled it in. What I'm gonna do to make it more comfortable to wear is after I get the rest of the detail work, I'm gonna clean the bottom of this, and I got automotive spray can adhesive. I'm gonna spray the inside of this, and I have some cheap like cotton fabric that I got from Joann Fabric that's really cheap. It was like 25 cents a foot, and I got like a decent sized blanket size. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna spray this with automotive adhesive. I'm gonna line that with that nice, thick, blanket material I got from John's Fabric to make it more comfortable that way, just in case, Anyways, I am making a back piece for this. I had to mold my back. I used a tinfoil mold. That sounds kind of weird, right? Well, I just didn't want to spend the time making a rig to do a plaster of Paris mold of my back while I was standing up. That would be far more accurate. I mean, I could have done it. I know how it's done, plaster of Paris. It just takes more patience, and you need help. You need at least one other person to help you do that. My boys are 13 years old. They don't have the patience. So Anyway, I made a tinfoil mold. So I laid on the ground and I took tinfoil and I made like 20 layers of tinfoil. I went to Sam's Club. I had this stuff when I buy meat for the month for the house, you know. So I got these big sheets of tinfoil, and what I did is I laid them out and crossed them, you know, crisscross them, you know, left, right, up, down, you know, horizontal, vertical, and then on the edges I folded the edges over, and then I rolled them a little bit to give them some more structural support, and then I laid it up. I had them, my one of my sons go ahead and form it around my back. Now, same concept because it was flimsy like this plastic piece. I had to do tape across so it wouldn't lose its form that way. And then you're going to want, like I said, you want to coat the fiberglass resin on the inside to stiffen it up a little bit. Now, just so you know, because I did like this tinfoil mold thing of it, so it had a lot of imperfections, so I had to start doing like Bondo work with it, like you do on the Halo projects that you've seen on the internet, or if you see my videos. But the mold didn't come out too bad. So here's the mold. See that? I started making where the spine goes. I still gotta make some curvature marks in here, and I gotta build it up on the inside here because there needs to be a raised area here. Now, you know, on other armor types, you see where, you know, this part actually comes up and over, like the front piece. Because the way I made the mold and I didn't go up far enough after I took the tinfoil off the resin, I was like, well, so I had to figure something out. So I had some like scrap like stainless steel around, so I went and started form molding that to it for the shoulder straps. So you see this. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pop this on the inside. I'm gonna pop rivet it and then mold it in. Once I get this pop rivet, I'll be able to do the rest of the Bondo forming here for the muscle structure for the back, and then I'll be able to you know, pop rivet the leather in the appropriate areas here, and on this to go up over here. And then once I get this attached really good, I'll go ahead and I'll do some tool work on it. You know, I'll get my Dremel out and I'll shape this a little bit, thin it down, smooth out all the sides, and then get it to meet up with my top piece correctly. So that's what I got right now going on for my project for this Halloween to finish up my Roman soldiers outfit. You know, like I said, really cool looking muscle armor like this. I've seen two different ways to do it, which is if you're a leather worker, you know how to do leather, you can do your own leather work. You have to make your own jigs to be able to get the muscle structure to come out right, and you got to do a mold of somebody's, you know, torso or your torso, or if you're a good sculptor, you can sculpt your own. But it's the jig's got to be kind of like a sandwich jig, you know. You got a muscle structure and you got a big heavy weight that goes out, forms over the top of it, squeezes it dry. I don't know if you know anything about leather. You got to boil it, lay it over the mold. You know, lay the mold, the clamp mold over the top. It applies the pressure and squeezes the water out of it until it sets. But so I would suggest this armor piece, the flimsy plastic. And you go to Amazon.com and look up muscle armor, you'll see this in like the little side thing. It's actually gray, like almost see-through gray, but it is really cool looking for a really cheap piece. I mean, they were $12 a piece. I got them for my kids last year for Halloween, and since they're not going to be here this Halloween, I decided to do something with it. I painted them up after I got them. But here's the other one. I'll show you what it looks like when it's just flimsy plastic, because I got two of them. So here, I painted it, and I gave it that bronze color, and I got a little bit of, you know, the little gold highlight in it. You see, it's the same exact thing. See, it's really cheap, flexy armor, but it looks really cool. I had a really good design to it. I was like, what can I do with that? And yeah, you see what I did is I cut this out because this was just too much. It was in the way, because anytime you're doing anything armor and your arms are swinging around, so you got to kind of do a little testing. Like, do I really want that there? Do I need it there? Should maybe, I mean, you could keep that, but you got to squeeze it in more. When you do the fiberglass, right now I said you got to do the tape, and you got to squeeze in a little bit. You got to make sure, you got to try to keep it even. So you got to eyeball it and keep eyeballing it until you get it right. Maybe put a stick between there when you squeeze it. I mean, sometimes it's just a process. Do what you think works best. But yeah, I got another one. I might do the same thing with this one. I might do another version of this. Maybe I'll just go ahead and I'll take a little extra time of doing the mold so I can keep the little fringe side pieces and stuff. But maybe I do a better back piece. We'll see how this one, the first one, turns out. But yeah, really cool idea. This project is going to cost me about $150 because I had to buy some tools that I didn't have. I had to get a jigsaw, and I had to buy the drill bit sharpener. Don't want to keep drawing bills. Sometimes you gotta spend money to save money. So this is cool. But yeah, if you have any questions, any comments, any ideas, I'm free for it. Tell me what you think. Catch you guys later.